Hey, what's going on? You like that when I act like you're not there and I just, hey, like you're just walked up on me as part of the conversation? That's really just movie fakeness. It's like a skit. Kind of like Saturday Night Live, except not funny. For the record, Saturday Night Live isn't really that funny. I haven't watched it in years, but it can't be as funny as it was back in the day. And I mean back in the day, back in the Eddie Murphy days, Dan Aykroyd. What the hell is going on? Well, we got off work. I'd like you guys to check this little thing out right here. This is my 5-liter Vortec Supercharger system installation instructions. I printed this off years ago. I actually had an original copy when I bought my first Vortec kit back in 93, 94. It is in this nifty folder that Teresa gave me. I would not purchase something that looked like this on my very own with my own money. But yes, this is the whole thing. This right here has all MSD ignition system. See Eric, so he will send it to you. See? Oh, how easy that is. Look, you can tell I haven't used it. I ain't got no dirty handprints on it. But yeah, we got all the goodness in here. Some of the stuff we don't need instructions, but so what are we doing? We're kind of screwing around. Well, what are we doing? Someone asked if we had a power pipe. Yes, we have this plastic power pipe, probably from UPR or somewhere else. It has got this nifty, and when I say nifty, that's an insult. Nifty piece of PVC, and look at that in there. How about that? Can you guys see that? I'm sure you can. Look at that. That is impressive. You can direct when the bypass slams shut, you can direct where this air is going to come back if you want to. That's garbage. I mean, this isn't garbage, but this right here to me is garbage. So we're going to have to do something about that. We're all in the planning stages. We are not a supercharger expert, nor do we play one on YouTube. Even if we did stay in a Holiday Inn Express, that is a little joke. You feel free to laugh. Let me show you what we're doing. Oh, God, I don't know why this is funny. It's not funny. No one should be laughing. All right, what are we doing? We're mounting the bracket assembly through some of the bolts. I would like to show you, yes, that is a lug nut. We are missing the spacer, but you know what? When you don't have a spacer, a lug nut and some washers will suffice. We do not have a lock washer on here. That is okay because it left us enough thread, about 3 threads to put a nut on the back of that. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna go look for some nuts for the alternator deal, and for that, what are we going to do about belt tensioning? We will obviously put the water pump pulley on, and we will find a belt that we can use the J-strap to pull up and tighten. That is, or actually space it down a hair. Again, this is not how it's supposed to be done, but we don't have like an AC eliminator or anything over here, and to be honest, I think that looks terrible personally. Not that this is a good looking piece of machinery. It's not. I'm just saying that looks terrible and I don't like it. We did get the lower pulley mounted on. We did use a small amount of thread locker on it just in case, so that when actually the balancer flies apart, that'll still be attached, but the outer hub will just go clanging around everywhere. Okay, so let me find some nuts, and then we're going to mount the head unit up. And, it's starting to look like something. Starting to look like something permanent. So let me get back to work, and, hey, let me get back to work. How about that? Let's just do that. Well, they say even a blind hog will find an acorn, or a blind squirrel will find a nut. We found a couple right off the bat, too. So now we can set the head unit on, kind of see what we got going on there. Okie dokie. Let's start putting this on with the bolts that did not come with this kit. But they're the bolts we have. And at the end of the day, did you expect anything, anything more than what you're getting? The drain line for the blower, I'm just creating nightmares for myself. I do not have a hose clamp that will fit that'll clear the bracket. When I first set it on here, I was like, what the crap? Because of course, it wouldn't go on. And obviously the problem was the hose clamp was hitting. So, and I would hazard to guess that this is not the original hose that came with it. Just like the fitting for the oil pan is not the original. Someone has, they actually went to a little trouble with that, honestly. It's got like a bulkhead fitting in the oil pan. So, okay. I'm not putting any Loctite or anything like that on here. We firmly believe that this will probably be coming back off in a very short period of time. From where it has damaged something, or we have melted the world down. Sorry guys, for some reason it just randomly shut off, but hey, that's the way life goes sometimes. We got our, we need to tighten that. Got our feed line hooked up. So we got to get a fitting. I don't have one here, of course. Half the stuff's at home, the other half's, you know, like I say, we're gonna have to figure something out with the drain deal. And you know, I've got, again, don't have hose clamps out here. It's the way it goes. So tomorrow I'll bring some stuff and we'll get back on this. And don't think I have belts out here. And we'll not that we're ready for a belt, but whatever. All right, cool. So we'll see you guys in the next clip, and whatever that may be. Okay, small amount of work. We went digging around through a belt pile. We've got something rigged up here that we think is going to work. Technically speaking, if we could find like a 38.7, that's a 39.0 on there, like a 38.7, I think would probably work. We could maybe get away with a 38.5, but I don't know if that would actually work. We'd have to, you know, bring the bracket down some. But anyway, it's okay. It could be a little tighter. That's just enough to get us. That's just enough to get us fired up. So we'll probably look for another belt before before we actually drive it. Hand puppet, man, look, hand puppet's had a rough go of it here. But anyway, so small amount of progress. We've been tinkering with other stuff. So anyway, all right, cool, great, love it. Once again, we are standing here in front of a box. It's from a subscriber, and what we got in here? I know what it is, but I'm. Hey, More zip ties. Dude, we are completely leveled out on zip ties now. If some of you guys watch Cletus or have watched Cletus's channel for a few years now, I guess, back in the day, 3 years ago, people would send him Mountain Dew all the time. I mean, he got a ton of Mountain Dew. And to be honest, we got a little bit of Mountain Dew from some people as well. Not from Mountain Dew, but from fans. But now we are getting zip ties. We have literally got probably 5 packs of zip ties. We got some from Mikey, and now we've got some here, and we've got a pillar mount for a gauge if we need to. We could maybe put our boost gauge up there. But the big thing, some fuel pump clips, a red thing. This probably does something. Watch, I say a red thing. It's probably like a shift light cover or something. But the big thing is essentially this is like a T-Rex pump, booster pump. These were popular, and we ended up with a relay for it. That's very sweet. These things were popular when the Vortec kits came out. You older guys remember this, of course. After a little while, the HO kits and stuff, they came with the like a T-Rex pump, the early NOS dry kits, if you upgraded to the 150 shot, came with a booster pump, which was really, I'm pretty sure, a Bosch pump that they use like on turbo Porsches and stuff. They just packaged it up as and put an NOS sticker on it. And you got a pill, like a 150 pill, and I think maybe there was a disc or a shim that came for the dry system fuel pressure regulation. But the main part of it was the pill, the jet, and the pump. So this is very cool. We're gonna run this. We have a 340 nice hanger deal, but we're not ready or not going to initially go to like redo the fuel lines and everything. That's how projects snowball to where they never get done, at least in my world. I have to get it running and then work on it as I go. So we will put this on along with our in-tank pump. We will possibly drop the tank. It's probably a good idea to just drop the tank, drain the fuel that's out of it, put one of our Kimsos in there, because we have one now from the Trojan Horse and whatnot. We have one that was in the fuel tank of the Special Ed, little Pro Stocker. We can use either one of those Kimsos, put it in there, and put this inliner in. And we should be as good as we're going to get for stock fuel system kind of a deal. So I won't have any problems with that, running it like that. Back in the day when I had my Vortec kit, which started out as an HO kit or a Cobra kit, whatever you want to call it, I upgraded to a R-trim head unit, and I had a Aeromotive A1000 or whatever it was when they first came out. They burned up all the time because they couldn't keep them cool and stuff like that. I had that deal, the braided line. I had fuel rails and had cog belt, ASP cog belt. At the time they were the only people that made a cog belt system that at that particular time. So had all the cool kid stuff. It ran like it underperformed viciously. I never got a great ET out of that car. That's maybe one of the reasons why I'm kind of on power adders back in the day. Honestly, a lot of it was my own fault, lack of knowledge. I was a total magazine reader guy. If the magazine said it, of course it's got to be true. They know everything. I think back to Johnny Hunkins with his car running with dart heads and stuff, running like 820s in the 8th. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think back now and I'm like, holy crap. Oof. How much we have learned, how far we've come. But so my experiences weren't great with the Vortec or power adder type stuff. I think the fastest I ever went back in the day was a 710, I think, at like 98. That was with you know, aluminum high ports, a box intake. Oh my God. I had a Tremec 3550 in it, non-shifting piece of crap. 28-inch slicks on it. God. Oh man. What if I knew then what I know now? Kind of a deal. I wouldn't be super fast, but I'd probably be running better than I did back then. So we just had a mess going on. But anyway, so, you know, maybe this time we'll have better luck. Actually, the fastest I've ever been with a power adder is 703, I think, with Trojan, with nitrous. We have been absolute failures in the power adder game. Maybe we're going to do better this time, or maybe not. So anyway, we certainly appreciate this stuff. It's you know, you guys are too good to us, and it's just one of them deals. Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. But anyway, it's just one of them deals. So again, Jeremy, I certainly appreciate this stuff. The zip ties, you guys crack me up with some of this stuff. And the fuel pump, you know, that's great. We're going to use this stuff. Again, you guys should sell some. I know people say we want to, but we'll be fine getting our stuff together with our own money. But we certainly appreciate it, and we will put this to use. And I know for a fact that we'll end up using these. I mean, because we use zip ties. That's how we hold our cars together mostly. So, all right, I guess this is going to wrap it up. This video is another, you know, substandard mess, but it is what it is. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for supporting the channel. You guys do too much for us. Way too much. Especially thanks for watching. And until next time on the Substandard Leader in Fox Body videos on this here YouTube, we'll see you guys in the next vid. And one day this car is going to actually run, I promise. Yeah, I feel comfortable promising that to you. So, pretty comfortable. All right.